Here's a toy that really has a lot of play value. I mean, just look at it. There are two figures, a dog, I think that's a glider, missile, sword, helmet, flag, all kinds of stuff going on here. So this is Jonny Quest, obviously, and it has Night Striker Jonny Quest. It has Silent Storm Jesse. There's a samurai sword, a hang glider, attack bandit, and more. This was made by Galoob, who is probably most known for Micro Machines. Also Z-Bots. You've seen me open quite a few Z-Bots. And this is from 96, well, 95, excuse me, 95. And if you don't know Jonny Quest, it was a show back in the 60s, like 64, 65. And it was pretty cool. It was Hanna-Barbera. It was, you know, kind of like action, adventure kind of stuff. Ran for a little while. And then in the late 90s, they kind of revamped it. And that's what this toy line is based upon. You can see kind of the promo there from the all-new TV Adventures of Jonny Quest. One thing I notice about this is the packaging is really strange. There's a lot going on here. So, you know, the back, if you just look at the back, pretty standard. But you know, look how thick that is. So there's this weird, like, I don't know, section here, and it's got like a die cut thing here. There's like a Jonny Quest Adventures logo there. I mean, if it was just this on the card, I would get, but I mean, Galoob must have spent some real money on this because it's pretty hefty. Adding this, I don't know, I guess they just wanted it to look different. But if we tear this open, it really, I mean, ew. I don't know if you saw that. We're going to zoom in on that. So that is a dead cricket that was hiding in that Jonny Quest. So I got a little bit extra for this. I got some, has even more play value. So let's zoom out. But what I was saying was, hopefully there's no more dead bugs in here. That's kind of gross. I mean, this section, like, it doesn't hold anything. That really serves no purpose. So if we were able to tear this off completely, which we can't because it's kind of part of this card, but they could have just carded it like this and put the logo up there and probably saved a lot of money. I don't know this to be a very popular line. I mean, certainly somebody liked it, but I think it's kind of definitely one that's kind of forgotten. And they made a lot. I mean, that's quite a bit, of stuff they have there. The different figures. One thing you'll see here, this Quest Porpoise. There's an interesting story behind that. And the story is that Galoob was actually purchased by Hasbro in 1998, and according to, this is yojo.com, a couple of the Jonny Quest, I said porpoise earlier, I was wrong. It's the Wave Ranger, and no, the porpoise, yeah, it is a porpoise. I'm losing my mind. Don't pay attention to anything I say. The one became this, the NLC, the Night Landing Craft, which came out in 2001. Came with this version of Cutter. I actually remember buying this at Toys R Us in 2001. It was pretty exciting to have some new G.I. Joe toys. It's really kind of a crappy vehicle. I don't know. I didn't really care for it much at all. And then this, the Cobra Manta sub, which came out in 2002. So they reused a couple of the Jonny Quest. So again, there's the Porpoise, Cobra Manta sub, the Wave Ranger, and the NLC. So kind of a tie, interesting, between Jonny Quest and G.I. Joe. Who would have thought? So back to the toy. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, and you know, some of them are pretty cool, some of them are kind of weird. One thing that this reminds me of is Exo Squad. I think these would really fit in well with Exo Squad. We're going to take this cricket, put him on there, and get rid of him. I'm not going to keep that dead cricket. I wonder how long that's been in there. I mean, do you think it's been in there since 95? That's pretty gross. I mean, it's 2020 now, so that's 25 years. All right, so we got some instructions here to figure out all the accessories. There's a lot going on. We got some real world figures. So they made instructions for all of them, rather than each one having their own instructions sheet, which makes sense. That saves money. So, all right, we're gonna set that aside because I don't really care. Now watch me try to do this, and then I have to look back at the instruction sheet because I can't figure it out. Kind of like when you make macaroni and cheese and you throw away the box. All right, so this is Jesse. I don't know anything about Jesse. I don't know, is it his girlfriend? Is it his sister? So these, are in scale with Exo Squad. They're smaller than 3 3/4 inch, so they're not in scale with G.I. Joe. A pretty detailed figure there. And here we have Jonny Quest. He's wearing a cool sweater. His arms didn't want to bend. They've been stuck for 25 years. Let's listen. Okay, a little bit of that plastic crack sound. These figures do have swivel arm battle grip. Now this dog is cool. I like this dog, and I think this is the best thing about this whole figure or toy or whatever. Because if you watch my other videos, I talk about how, especially check out the ones where I open some Mutt and Junkyard figures. Because I love, and also I opened a Voltar. I mentioned those because I always loved the G.I. Joe figures that had pets. I always call them pets. I know they're not necessarily pets, but I call them pets. I always really liked those ones. So the fact that Jonny Quest comes with a pet, it doesn't look to scale because look how much bigger the dog's head is than his. Now, I think the height is, he's about knee high, but I don't know, maybe. Here, Johnny's going to ride him. Maybe not. Okay. So Jonny Quest has this helmet, which is kind of like almost kind of like a stormtrooper kind of helmet. It's got some spy goggles on there. Do they rotate? Oh, that's a nice feature. Lewis Galoob Company really put some thought into this. Okay, this helmet is not really, it doesn't look to scale on him. It looks really kind of crappy. All right, I knew I needed the instructions. So that's Night Striker Jonny Quest. Place helmet on the head. That's the first instruction. Insert missile into jet wing. And flick missile to fire. I always found the flicking thing to be a really crappy feature. Attach handlebars to hands. Attach jet wing to frame. Okay, so he's actually got to be on there first, which is kind of dumb. But we're just going to put this together. I'm not like an engineer. I don't know anything about physics. But I would think that having a missile launcher on one side only would really screw up the weight distribution of this glider. I mean, you'd really have to account for that because that missile and the missile launcher, I mean, that's got to weigh a decent amount. So I guess you got to factor that in. But okay, well, so we'll stick that there. Give him back his Nazi helmet. All right, so this is Silent Storm Jessie. Attach cape to shoulders. They were already on there. Place sword in her right hand. Okay, let's get real specific. I wonder what would happen if I put it in her left hand. I'm not going to find out. It might be cursed or something. All right. So there's that. Attach standard to post. I guess that's what that's called. So there's this like flag deal. Comes off. Oops. And that's that. So there's her. There's him. There's really no backstory. There's some story on the back of the card about just Jonny Quest in general, but no story about like kind of what's going on with these two. So are they lovers? Are they fighters? Are they enemies? I don't know. But there's a cool dog. You know, the figures are okay. A lot of playability. I do like the fact that they come with lots of accessories. I think that's a nice touch. And I don't know anything about the newer Jonny Quest show. I've never seen it. But maybe I will check it out because I think I saw it streaming somewhere online. And I don't know, perhaps buy some more of these action figures. It looks like there's another couple that come with dogs. So I would certainly be interested in those as opposed to the ones that do not come with dogs. So, all right, there's his glider. There's his dog. The helmet does not fit on him very well when he's on the glider. A flag, this girl, and that is the Jonny Quest Night Striker Jonny Quest and Silent Storm Jesse from Galoob. Thanks for watching, and as always, open your toys and play with them.